Our FFA chapter tribute is brought to you by Off. Check out the new XFR 50 Draper with 3 times more flexibility than the closest competitor at GaringOff.com. Off, proudly built in the American heartland. This week, we're getting to know Mary Schrieber. She serves as the Central Region Vice President for the National FFA Officer Team. And Mary, thanks for talking with us this week.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Now, I understand you didn't plan to get into FFA when all of this started. Can you tell us the story?
So I always joke that I sort of joined FFA by mistake, but I stayed on purpose. So I don't come from an agriculture background, but when I got to middle school and high school, I was voluntold to join FFA, and I started beekeeping. That was my hands-on work-based learning experience, competed in lots of competitions, attended conferences and conventions, and people suddenly didn't have to ask me to come back anymore because I just started showing up and I loved it so much.
What was it about the industry of agriculture that made you want to stay?
Honestly, it was the community, the people that really enveloped you in, whether you come from an agriculture background or not, and understanding eventually that this industry and this organization here in FFA was my home. And it's really the people that make the home what it is.
And so you got to spend this past year working with people from across the country on the National Officer Team. What have been some of the highlights for you?
This has been nothing short of incredible this entire year. We're about halfway through right now, and right now convention season's right underway. So we have state conventions happening all across the country. We kicked off some training earlier in the year after we got elected, and since then we've been hitting the ground running pretty crazy. So lots of corporate partner visits with some of those big FFA supporters, traveling across the country, learning more about the agriculture industry in all corners of the nation.
That is fantastic. Having a well-rounded idea of what it takes to make American agriculture work. Mary Schrieber, thank you so much for filling us in on your role with the National FFA Officer Team this week.